Tesla used prices are ridiculous. Let's give you the difference where you should be looking if you're looking to shop for a used Tesla vehicle. What's the difference between buying from Tesla and my personal strategy on if I was going to be shopping for a used Tesla today, what would I be doing here? And take a look at this post from Prize Means. Why is there such a big gap between used Tesla inventory and used dealership prices? The only 2024 Tesla Model Y I see from Teslas are close to $40K. Meanwhile, there are multiple dealerships around me selling for 2024s for $33K. Wow, look at that $7,000 difference between Tesla and then buying from other dealerships. Does Tesla think these cars just don't depreciate at all anymore? Who in the right mind would spend $40K on a used legacy Tesla Model Y when an additional $5K gets you a brand new Juniper? And so valid point here. And Tesla, I mean, the reason why they have to sell these for such high values, well, A, they can because it's Tesla and maybe they can get better financing for customers, but also they might have to because of the lease residual values. Like they might have to stick to these higher values because Tesla has to then lease these vehicles as a brand new one. And don't forget, you can lease pre-owned vehicles from Tesla as well as a route. And so maybe Tesla is just looking to mark those as a lease at some point, but they do have to hold stronger residual values so that when they lease new ones, it has like a higher valuation without tanking their own valuation, because then it gets into a catch-22. But basically, the difference between buying a Tesla vehicle from Tesla is if you trust in their fully inspection process and everything. You do also get like a extra warranty by buying from Tesla, but I don't think that extra warranty is worth the $5,000-$7,000 in difference between, because there's a lot of dealerships that will also have like a limited warranty as well. But you also get a extra 1-year warranty or 10,000 miles, and you plus get, of course, you get any sort of coverage that you have with the basic 4-year to 50,000 mile warranty, which that's always the case with any used vehicle. That's almost like a little bit of a hack here. Like if you're someone that actually wants to get a nice deal, the sweet spot I always said is around 2 years from a brand new Tesla. That 2-year mark, the depreciation hits the hardest. And on top of that, if you can get it with like 2 years old, you still get the balance of the factory warranty, 4 years, 50,000 miles, especially if you can get it with like 25,000 miles. And that's actually really perfect in terms of the sweet spot, because you can then utilize that warranty for your Tesla vehicle. But I mean, take a look at this example from Cam here, Cam Casey. He bought his 2022 Tesla Model S, I think it was a Plaid, $125,000 used with 3,000 miles. And I think he bought it in that time frame that year. It was a pretty crazy time when like Model S Plaids were like $130,000. Now 30,000 miles later, 3 years later, that car is worth $50,000. Cool. I lost $75,000 of my investment within 3 years buying a used car. And so that's why, like, if you're looking for a used vehicle right now, some of these deals are pretty crazy, especially if you're looking for like a Model S Plaid. Those level type of vehicles, the 100K price point vehicles, they depreciate the most, the fastest, and everything. And so my strategy here is, of course, take a look at the market and give you like a preview of what's about to happen. The market is going to stay pretty much flat for the next 4 months for used Tesla vehicles. And the reason why is because it's a new year. People want a new vehicle. And on top of that, it's tax season. People get a nice refund. They want to put, $4K down or whichever, or $5K down. And they want a fresh new vehicle, especially when it gets to like springtime, whichever. So that's probably what's going to be propping up the market for the used side. In terms of where I like shopping, I do like looking at like places like Facebook Marketplace, because these essentially could be real buyers. But I do know that dealers are posting on here. Like, look at this, a $6,000 Tesla 2025 Tesla Model Y. Yeah, I don't know about that one, but definitely be aware about scams as well. But if you find a real person, if you find someone that is just trying to sell their vehicle, then I would say, negotiate as much as you can. Because if you think about it, when someone is selling your used Tesla vehicle or your used vehicle period, they only have essentially two options. They can sell it to a private buyer, like if you're searching for a vehicle, or they can sell it to sites like Plug. Plug wants to buy your electric vehicle or a Tesla vehicle. They can give you the highest offer out there. I've seen them offer thousands, even over like Tesla. And so the buyer only has two different options: sell it to sites like Plug, which is like a wholesale offer, or they can sell it to private buyers for probably like $1,000 to $2,000 more. So you have to figure out what like their bottom line is, which is usually one of these websites like Plug, and then try and offer them just like a couple $1,000s more after that. But hopefully that's a nice chunk of tips for you if you're looking to buy a used Tesla vehicle. And of course, Tesla does sell them themselves, but you don't really get that much extra peace of mind buying from Tesla unless like you feel like you're going to get a lower interest rate, because Tesla does have their own in-house financing to get you financing. But you'll also have to do some math here. Like, is it worth it to buy a used vehicle at 6, 7, 8%? Or is it better just to buy a brand new one at 3%, 2.99, which is the lowest that we are seeing right now? But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking.
If you're planning on financing your Tesla, then there's one thing you need to do before you even apply: protect your credit. Seriously, because here's the wildest part. Bank of America just had a data breach recently, and they didn't even tell customers for a month. That means your social, your phone number, and your email could have already been out there, and you'd have no clue. Most companies wait on average of 277 days to report a breach. That's 9 months where your identity is exposed and you're the last to know. That's why I use Aura, today's sponsor. Aura constantly scans the dark web and lets me know if anything tied to me shows up: my social, bank info, or any of my personal information. And that's not just for breaches. There's so many different tools I use with Aura. Want to reduce those pesky spam calls? Aura's got it. Want to remove your data like your addresses, phone numbers from those sketchy broker sites? Aura has that too. They will also include $5 million in identity theft insurance, and everything's packed into one clean app. You can try it free for 14 days at aura.com/DennisCW. I'll put that in the description as well. Don't wait until someone else tells you your data is at risk. That's like turning on Sentry mode after your car got keyed. Protect your credit before you apply. I'm doing it, and you should too.